That's it.
Good evening. This is WQIR 514 Atlanta 946. My name is Justin.
And Atlanta 750, WRMR 367. My name is Jeff.
Hey, you remember that thing I said about talking more?
I'll do my best.
Do it now.
All right. I am WRWM 344, Blue Ridge 63, and my name is Mike.
All right, and we're going to start early bird check-ins for tonight's North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. Let's start off at the very north end of our network and take check-ins from the Cades Cove repeater. Anybody on the Cades Cove machine, please call net control now. That would be you, Rocky.
Also, if I can, it'll be WRXI 755, Case Cove 82, by relay.
All right, acknowledging Cades Cove 80, Eric in Rockwood is in with us tonight, and Cades Cove 82, Jenny, also in Rockwood. We're going to mark her as in tonight, and hopefully we can get to her early enough that she'll be able to chat with us. With that in mind, I'm going to call out at this time to Atlanta 780. Atlanta 780. Houston, are you there? Yes, indeed. We got you on the radio, and we have you in the log, Atlanta 780 Houston in Austell. We've got you in tonight, so that was a dirty trick, wasn't it? We've got you, though, and we're going to keep you. Thank you for that check-in. I also want to call out to Gainesville 285. Gainesville 285. Are you monitoring?
This is Gainesville 285. Sitting over here eating a piece of grouper, but if you're looking for a check-in, it's going to be a check-in and out for Gainesville 285. That'd be last name Smith, first name C. Charlie V. Victor in Murrayville, Georgia, and by way of relay, Gainesville 286, Lynn in Murrayville. Also checking in and out. We'll be monitoring those.
All right, Charlie Victor, 2 times. We've got you in the log in Murrayville, in and out, as well as Gainesville 286 Lynn in Murrayville, in and out. Thank you for that check-in. This time, let me call out to
BR 549.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What is Ronnie? Chattanooga 69?
69.
Net control, this is WRBT 591, PR 549, warm and toasty inside my little tar paper shack, and it's all thanks to a good, warm, Butamus hoodie I acquired this weekend. Yes, sir, you're standing good up here, Justin. And by the way, you threw us, I don't know if that's a knuckle
Well, Uncle Mike, I made sure I threw a shout out to you. That way you had time to check in and switch over because your requested guest is on the live stream if you're watching over there.
Well, rest assured I will be when I get up from this old straight back chair and get over to the remote control that controls the live stream stuff.
Well, good deal there, Uncle Mike from up around Cherry Log. We've got you in a log. You cannot escape, so we'll be calling on you here in just a little while. Next, I want to call out to Chattanooga 69. Chattanooga 69, are you monitoring? All right. Well, we're waiting for Ronnie to sort out what he's got going on. We'll go ahead and move on to is it Atlanta 259? I think is who I'm looking for.
Atlanta 259, WRWK 895. What can I do for you?
Good evening, Dana. We've got you in the log, and we've captured you right there. You cannot escape. We'll be calling on you here in just a little while. So thank you for that check-in. Let's try again for Chattanooga 69, Ronnie in Las Vegas. Who else have we heard on the air in last little while?
I heard Patrick as I was pulling in.
Okay.
Is he Atlanta 23?
240.
That's it.
All right. While we're waiting for Ronnie, let's see if we can find Patrick. Atlanta 240. Patrick, are you monitoring?
Ronnie's probably trying to track down his fuzzy slippers.
Very good.
Also heard David, Dallas 20.
All right. Well, we're looking for Ronnie and Patrick. Let's see if we can find David, Dallas 20. David, are you monitoring?
Yes, sir. This is Dallas 20, WRJT 728. How you doing, guys?
Doing quite well. How do we sound over there in the wilderness?
Sounding great. It's a good night for RF.
Excellent. We've got you in the log, David. Did you want to relay anyone?
Yes, sir. They're all three sitting here next to me, so we might as well add them. Let's do Dallas 21, Lisa, Dallas 22, Seth, and Dallas 23, Belinda. They are all in and out. Thank you, guys.
Belinda's going to have her own segment.
I don't have a Dallas 23.
Yeah, 2-3. Oh, it doesn't pull up?
No, I don't. Yeah.
All right, David. We have Dallas 20. David in Southwest Paulding County is in. And we have Dallas 21, Lisa, also Southwest Paulding County, in and out. Dallas 22, Seth, amazingly, also in Southwest Paulding County, is in and out. And Dallas 23, Belinda, in, guess where?
Southwest Paulding County?
Yeah, you got it. Is also in and out. So thank you, David, for those check-ins. And at this time, we're going to continue taking check-ins from any repeater other than flagship. Anyone using any of the repeaters except for the flagship machine, please call Net Control now. Zello can suck it.
This is WRJR 959, CW2, Steve in Arnoldville off the Watkinsville report feeder, and by relay, Eileen, CW1. Checking in, checking out, monitoring.
This is Atlanta 420, WRFS 771. William in Roswell checking in over the Zello machine, and I'll be checking in and out. And please, everyone, enjoy the meteor shower tonight if you get a chance to look. And have a great night, and I will be monitoring.
Mike caught wind.
This is CW33, WRYE 756, Tom in Bogart. I'll be checking in and checking out.
This is McDonough 22, Tim in Stockbridge, WRCR 952. Check me in, guys.
Yeah, Atlanta 253 on Zello.
This is
Walked on.
Got it.
WRKK 629, Chattanooga 84. Check me in and out. I'm in the mobile. Thank you.
Was that 253? Was he in and out? Or did you
This
catch it?
is WRQY 988, Gainesville 57 on the Dakota repeater. Checking in, checking out. Over.
This is Chattanooga 19, WRZP 299. My name is Jack. This is my first check-in as a new member. Checking in and checking out. Have a good night, guys.
This is WROT 224, Chattanooga 110, checking in.
This is CW34, WRYU 411. This is Aaron, and by relay, Laura, CW35. Checking in.
Sounds like a chainsaw that won't start.
I don't have a CW35, but I'm going to put her name in.
Where's my mouse?
This is WRXV 696, Dallas 64. Josh and Dallas checking in and out.
This is WRUP 680, Atlanta 101, Jose in Woodstock, checking in and out.
Yeah, CW35 is listed as reserved.
All right, let me go ahead and acknowledge this round of check-ins. We have, let me move this over here where I can read it. Oh, I should have made it like 125%. I think that's what I did last week. That worked out pretty well. We have CW2 Stephen in Arnoldsville is in and out, as well as CW1 Eileen in Arnoldsville is in and out tonight. We have Atlanta 420 William in Roswell is in and out. CW33 Tom in Bogart is in and out. McDonough 22 Tim in Stockbridge is in with us tonight. Atlanta 253 Donald in Blairsville is in with us this evening. Chattanooga 84 Jim in Hickson is in and out. Gainesville 57 Richard is on a new Toccoa repeater. Thank you for that check-in, Richard. Is in and out. Chattanooga 19 Jack in Franklin, Tennessee, Is he actually in? He's not in Franklin.
Chattanooga 110 comes up as Ringgold.
Not 19. Chattanooga 19.
Oh.
Okay, I think he's in Chattanooga, but it says Franklin. In any case, that's very interesting. And it also says first check-in. He was here last week, wasn't he? Didn't we talk about the church bells?
That was a different Chattanooga station.
Oh, all right.
Oh, no, actually, you're right. But this is his first check-in as a member. He was he was a guest
last week. That's right. All right. Well, great to have you on board, Jack. And yeah, I want to talk to you about Franklin. Chattanooga 110, James in Ringgold is in with us this evening. CW34 Aaron in Athens is in tonight, as well as CW35 Laura. I'm guessing is in Athens. Laura doesn't pull up, so we might need to fix that in the roster. You can do that, Aaron, by sending an email to Gary at NGGMRS and just indicate to Gary that the CW35 slot is where you'd like for Laura to be. Next on our roster, we have Dallas 64 Josh in Dallas is in and out. In Atlanta 101, Jose right here in Woodstock is in and out. Those are the check-ins I have at this time. At this time, we're going to go ahead and open up check-ins to any repeater anywhere, including Flagship. Now, I realize we haven't taken Zello check-ins yet. Hold your Zello traffic, and we'll start off with that in the next segment. For now, we're taking check-ins from any repeater anywhere, including Zello, of course. But we'll make a spot specifically for Zello here in just a little bit.
Donald may be in and out. He usually is. He got walked on. He tried to check in with Zello.
This is Atlanta 810, WRN 2863, John in Dawsonville, and Atlanta 811, and Atlanta 810 and a half. All WRN Q863, all checking in and out. We are mobile, and maybe I'll participate later this evening if you guys are still online. This is WRPM 847, Chattanooga 162, Larry in Chattanooga, North Chattanooga, in and out.
This is Gainesville 76, WRUH 751, John, checking in and checking out.
This is Atlanta 131, WQXL 719, Todd, checking in and out.
WRPM 276, this is Jacob, Case Code 69, checking in and checking out.
This is WRQV 762, Gainesville 44, Joe in Cleveland, checking in and out. Also by relay, Atlanta 403, checking in and out. He will drift in here later. He's in a meeting right now.
This is WRXR 379, Atlanta 910, Jay in Calhoun, checking in and out.
This is
Chat 19 says that Franklin's
This is Atlanta 31, WRZL 824, Ron from Ackworth. I'll be checking in and checking out.
This is CW43, WRS 8465, Chad,
CW43.
That's okay. Yeah. And I don't know. I didn't get it in or out. Did you guys?
81. I mean, and what went in and out.
Oh, she's
No, she's already in there.
Okay.
Line 32. Yep.
This is WRVG 415, Atlanta 11, John and Kenton, checking in and out.
This is
Your chainsaw still won't start.
This is WRCT 399 Atlanta 261. Scott from Holly Springs. Go ahead and check me in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, last station.
Toccoa machine.
Who was it? Toccoa machine?
Yeah.
All right, so last station, we could just barely hear you, but I think if you can get into that microphone and talk nice and loud, you'll be able to modulate through the noise. So last station, if you would please, try your check-in one more time. Whiskey Romeo Zulu something 965. Okay, I heard Whiskey Romeo Zulu something 965 in Toccoa. I think the name was Paul. Paul, welcome to the North Georgia GMRS Network. We've got you tentatively in the log, and thanks for pumping that up there a little bit so we could hear that. So WRZ, I wonder what that last character was. Are you able to find it, Jeff?
Going to the tape.
Go into the tape, and we'll see if we can pull it out from there. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge. Okay, we do have it. WREZ. UZ. WRUZ 965. Paul in Toccoa. All right, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge the check-ins we have on this round of check-ins. We have Atlanta 811 Victoria in Dawsonville is in and out. We have Atlanta 810 John in Dawsonville is also in and out. And Atlanta 810.5 John in Dawsonville is in and out. Also, we have Cades Cove 81 Candace in Rockwood is in and out. That'll bring us next to Chattanooga 162 Larry in Chattanooga is in and out. Gainesville 76 John in Gainesville is in and out. Atlanta 131 Todd in Ackworth is in and out. Cades Cove 69 Jacob in, where's that, Mascot? Mascot, Tennessee is in and out. We have Gainesville 44 Joe in Cleveland is in and out. And by way of relay, Atlanta 403 Bobby in Cleveland is in and out. Also, we heard Atlanta 910 Jay in Calhoun is in and out. Atlanta 31 Ron in Ackworth is in and out. CW43 Chad in Bowersville is in with us tonight. Atlanta 11 John in Canton is in and out. Atlanta 261 Scott in Holly Springs is in with us tonight. And our guest check-in, WRZU 965 Paul from the Toccoa repeater. Glad to have all of you in here. You ever bite your tongue, and then from that moment after you've bitten your tongue, every time you go to speak or move your mouth, your tongue wants to fall back in that same place that it just got bitten in. Did that ever happen to you?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, I'm probably going to bite my tongue again tonight, and we'll see what happens. At this time, we're going to go ahead and take our break. Go take an opportunity for one last breath of fresh air and refreshing beverage before the marathon on-air session that is coming very soon. So we're going to take about 5 minutes. This is WQIR 514 Atlanta 946. My name is Justin.
And I am WRWM 344 Blue Ridge 63. And my name is Mike.
And Atlanta 750 WRMR 367. And my name is Jeff. And we will be clear for about 5 minutes.
editing can't clean up.
Okay, we're back now.
We're back now. All right.
You can
So-
shoot the production manager later.
How many people tried to check in while we were gone?
Quite a few.
Okay. The Toccoa people probably think we're a ham operation, but we're not amateurs, so we don't do things like that.
That's right. When you're that good, you deserve a break.
Well, yeah. They'll learn. They'll learn. Rocky will teach them.
He let him know.
I had the script up a little bit ago.
He was all
but
over it.
Who knows where it's at by now? Let's just open up a 37th copy. All right.
There we go.
Oh.
I found you again.
Oh, hey there.
You cannot have my
Hey,
lip
we're
gloss.
on the air now. Good evening and welcome to the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. Sterling, you cannot have Kate's lip gloss.
Yeah.
We are live from Studio Vanguard, and we are linked in with the following repeaters.
Fort Mountain, Lookout Mountain, Cades Cove, White Oak Mountain, Chattanooga, Georgetown, Ottawa, Noonan, Rome, Toccoa, Flagship, Columbus, Watkinsville, McDonough, Dallas, Lula, Ocala, Zebulon, and of course our VoIP service, Zello.
Our RF coverage tonight is very large.
More than last week.
This net takes place every Thursday evening at 7:30. I'd like to thank everyone who's made the North Georgia GMRS the most expansive and active GMRS network in the country. Your net control tonight is Atlanta 946, WQYR 514. My name is Justin.
I am WRWM 344, Blue Ridge 63, and my name is Mike.
And Atlanta 750, WRMR 367. My name is Jeff, and we have our guest from a remote studio with her sidekick. Identify yourself.
Good evening. This is WRMR 367, Atlanta 751. My name is Kate, and literally on my shoulder is Atlanta 751.2, Miss Sterling Marie, making a special appearance tonight for Blue Ridge 549. And we are here live high atop Mount Waleski in Studio C with this week's Catch Up with Kate with the latest NGGMRS sauce.
We're not there yet. We got to finish
Why?
our
You
script.
got
first.
to wait your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, my
You were
Lord.
just supposed to identify yourself.
Yeah. So on the net, you can talk about your day's activities,
All right.
radio equipment, or anything you think we'd like to hear about, including you, Sterling. This is a family-based network, so we encourage you to get your family or pets involved. Once the floor is open, it is permissible to address other members of the net by their name or tactical unit number. Your FCC
Fall sign?
Yeah.
What's a fall sign?
the fall is the sound that you make when you're afraid you're going to bite your tongue. The FCC call sign is only required when you sign in and sign out of the net. Our topic this week is, we've got this new year coming up. And what are your goals and resolutions for the new year? Is what we're going to talk about tonight. So with that, let's see if there are any announcements, and perhaps we can catch up with Kate.
Let's reset. What do you have for us, Miss Kate?
Okay, let's see. Okay, for this week's Catch Up with Kate, the Fort Mountain repeater has brand new tones. Well, what are tones? The CTCSS tones for the Fort Mountain have been disabled, and new DCS tones are enabled at Fort Mountain. These tones are what tell the repeater that a signal it hears is meant for repeating. A signal with incorrect tones or without tones will be ignored. Please visit NGGMRS.org for more information about the new tones and for tones for all of our repeaters. Just click on the link, View All Repeaters. And if you can search our channel on YouTube for an episode of Julie's Tips for more information about those tones. And speaking of repeaters, there's a new kid in town. The Toccoa 600 machine is on the air and fully operational. A very special thanks to all of those who were involved in quickly capitalizing on a great opportunity to enhance our network coverage. And welcome to the new members who have come to North Georgia GMRS after discovering the Toccoa 600 machine on the air. Be sure to join the next Chattanooga area gathering at Champy's on December 16th at noon. That's this coming Saturday. It is the last lunch meetup of the year, so don't miss it. Champy's is located in East Ridge, Tennessee, and it's just west of exit 75 from exit 1. This is a monthly gathering for the Chattanooga area, and all members are welcome. A tasty meal and some great fellowship. What could be better? Don't miss out on your chance to join. Also, the nearest bunch, the Northeast bunch will be gathering at Roosters on Wednesday, December 20th, beginning at 11 a.m. Call out to Atlanta 403 for more information. Let me break.
She pronounced that just like it's spelled.
I did.
Yeah. Who wrote this?
You did.
Carry on.
It's time once again to renew your North Georgia GMRS membership. We are currently only at 43% renewals. That's pretty low, and it leaves just 2 weeks left to get online and renew your membership. Our membership periods run from January to December each year, and now is the time for renewals. Please endeavor to submit your renewals by the end of this month. If you've recently become a member, you may already be good for 2024. If you are not sure, go to the roster at NGGMRS.org. It's located under the helpful links section. Look up your name. If your name shows 2023, it's time for you to renew. If your name is marked 2024, you're good to go. This will be the last regular Thursday evening net for 2023. Be sure and tune in next Thursday evening at 7:30 for North Georgia GMRS Annual Santa Net. This net is for the youth of North Georgia GMRS members and guests. Any family members covered under a valid GMRS license will have a chance to chat with Santa live on the air from the North Pole. You'll be able to view the North Pole repeater light up on our interactive map and share in the magic of Santa with your kids and grandkids. We hope you'll make your radio available to our youth for this special opportunity. And if you haven't heard already, the live stream is back. Literally right now, you can go on the net live. Just go visit YouTube. Search North Georgia GMRS Network. You can watch us live tonight and you can replay the net tomorrow. Just be sure to turn the volume down before you go on the air to avoid that annoying delayed echo. The live stream will have a significant delay, and it could be very confusing to have both the live stream and the radio turned up together. Let me break. Christmas time is here, and membership renewal is a great gift for the entire family. But if you want a gift for that special GMRS radio user, check out the North Georgia GMRS online merch store. There is a link directly on the top of the homepage, says online merch store. And so we got these cool beanie hats. We got tumblers, t-shirts, polo shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, and I keep adding stuff. So you really have to check back every couple of days to see what's there. But there's all kinds of stuff. Hopefully you can find something for everyone on your list, especially some great stocking stuffers. So we are North Georgia GMRS Network. I'm WRMR 367 Atlanta 751 with my friend Atlanta 751.2, Miss Sterling. I'm Kate. And now back to net control at Studio Vanguard.
Should we break?
Yeah, we should.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Kate, and thank you, Sterling, for that presentation of ketchup with Kate. One of these days, we'll have to try some ketchup with fries.
Mm-hmm.
There's a question from the live stream. When was the Northeast lunch bunch? at Roosters again?
I believe that is on December 20 at 11 a.m.
Correct.
So if you want additional information about that gathering at Roosters on December 20, you can reach out to Atlanta 403, Gainesville 44, or Atlanta 236.
Correct.
Any of those guys should be able to fill you in on the details surrounding that gathering. Any other questions?
Not that I have at the moment.
All right. So 43% renewal rate is where we stand right now. That means 57% of our current membership has not renewed. So what happens if you don't renew by the end of the month? Money's tight. We have, life happens, and we get busy. If you don't renew at the end of the year, then North Georgia GMRS says thanks for the support that you gave us this year. We appreciate your participation and your membership at this point in time. We hope that you'll renew, but if you choose not to, then we're going to go ahead and make your tactical unit number available for new members. We are growing like crazy, and so on the one hand, if you don't renew, that makes that TAC number available for somebody else to use. We hate to lose anyone that wants to stick around, but if that's your choice, again, we say thanks for your support, and we hope to see you back on the network again at some point in the future. But we do have a high demand for tactical unit numbers, and so if you don't renew, don't be surprised if you try to come back in January or February if you end up with a new TAC number. So if that's important to you, then take that into consideration, please, now. If you have a situation where you want to remain engaged and involved, but you just don't have the money right now, reach out to Gary at northgeorgiagmrs.org and explain your circumstances. We're not making any decisions on scholarships or covering memberships at this time. We have some donors that traditionally will give for people that can't afford. So we're going to wait to the end of the year. We're going to evaluate what gifts we've received for that purpose versus the applications that we get, to that effect. We'll make a determination then. And but if you have a need, please let us know. Well, actually, let Gary know. Time to break. Let Gary know. Gary will keep that information in confidence, so none of us know about any of the scholarship or that's not the right word, sponsored memberships. So if that's something that you think that you need, then go ahead and make that connection with Gary, and we'll see what we can come up with. All right. Any other announcements I need to make? We've got a new repeater. What is that new repeater?
That'd be the Toccoa 600 machine.
All right, and Kate covered that. There was some other repeater-related announcement. Fort Mountain. What did we do there?
We had a tone change from the old CTCSS tone to a DCS tone. Came to our attention that, with all the cold air and the ducting, we found that there was a repeater in Johnson City, Tennessee, that had the same tones on it, and we were having users activate both repeaters at the same time. So obviously that was not an advantageous action that we were looking for, so we went ahead and changed the tones to hopefully stop some of that interference from that repeater.
And that is, part of the action that we have to take from time to time to ensure that we're not interfering with our neighbors and to ensure that our system operates the way that we intend for it to operate. So it may be inconvenient for our membership to have to go and reprogram tones for various repeaters. We try not to do that any more than is absolutely necessary, but sometimes it's necessary. So just be prepared that those kind of things will happen from time to time. And, the best way to deal with that is to know your equipment well enough to know how to make those program changes on your radios.
Well, part of the the decision, if I can get my tongue out of my mouth, part of the decision to
Did
do
you bite
that,
your tongue too?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Thanks for asking, though. Part of the decision to do that this particular week was folks were probably already going to be into their programming software to add to COA. So we figured those who needed assistance in programming their radios from third-party participants could do it all in one shot. So we went ahead and kind of rushed that tone change while folks already had to reprogram as it was.
Very good. All right. Are we ready to kick things off?
I think so.
You know, we kind of put the Zello folks on the back burner for check-ins. So let's start off.
Well, usually they get first dibs, so this time they had to wait.
Yeah, this time they had to wait. But they're not going to wait any longer. We're going to start off with Zello check-ins. Anyone wishing to check in using the Zello VoIP app, Zello only, please call Net Control.
What all is going on out there?
I don't know, but if you'll switch the cameras, I'll go get up and deal with him.
Well, there was fire trucks and police cars and everything, too.
It's 67 WRPX 274 checking in and out.
I didn't catch the repeater.
Is Atlanta 557 WRQG 806. Please check me in and out.
First one was Blue Ridge 67.
Blue Ridge, got it.
Is RMW 299 Dallas 37 David in Bowden Junction. I'll be checking in and out tonight. Yes. Mike, Chattanooga 95, WRMS 528. Check me in and out, guys. Still working. Have a good night. This is Atlanta 1402 WRKN 464. Todd in Sugar City. Check me in and out. My way of relay 1403 Krista and 1404 Jessica. Check us in and out, guys. I'll be monitoring, but we're about to sit down for supper.
You got Dalton Graham as a YouTube check-in, too, at the very top one.
Where?
Way at the top, first person that speak. Out of Kentucky.
Oh.
All right, very long, awkward pause to let all those Zello folks in. We heard BR67, Mike in Clayton, as in with us this evening from Zello. I have Atlanta 557, Ed in Kennesaw is in and out. Dallas 37, David in Bowdoin Junction is in and out. Chattanooga 95, Mike up in Chattanooga is in and out, still working this evening. Then we had Atlanta 1402, Todd in Sugar Hill, as well as Atlanta 1403, Krista, also in Sugar Hill, and Atlanta 1404, Jessica, also in Sugar Hill. Todd cheated. He was not on Zello, but that's okay. He was getting ready to go sit down for dinner, and we left ample time for any other Zello users. So I think we are good to move along down the list. What do you think, Mike?
I think so. Let's keep going.
All right, let's keep going. So we are going to open the floodgates for any repeater, anywhere. Slow down, one at a time. Give us a nice, good, even pace. and make sure we don't step on anybody. Any repeater, anywhere, net control standing by.
Atlanta 1180 WRVE 530, checking in.
Very first one.
Mm-hmm.
This is wrong. This is WRQD 424, Chattanooga 60. Check me in and check me out, please.
Net control. Please go ahead and check in. WRTS 814, that's WRTS 814, Gainesville 33, coming to you off of the Toccoa repeater. And checking in and out tonight. Good evening.
33.
Thank you.
Gainesville 100, WRYZ 698, Randall and Buford, checking in, checking out.
This is WRKJ 453, Chattanooga 69. Ronnie, checking in and out. Guys, have a good net from Las Vegas.
All right, let's go ahead and put the brakes on right there. We had 3 doubles in a row. So pay very close attention. If you don't hear your name called, you were one of the doubles, so I'm sure we are missing at least 2. Here's what I have. I have Atlanta 1180. Scott and Jasper is in with us tonight. I have Chattanooga 60. Jason and Hickson is in and out. I have Gainesville 33. Matthew and Pickens, South Carolina, in and out. I have Gainesville 100. Randall in Buford is in and out. And I have Chattanooga 69. Ronnie in Rossville. So there was 5 check-ins there, but I know there was at least 2, maybe 3 doubles. So we're missing several people. So let's make sure we say this is, unkey the mic, and then come back if there's no traffic, and continue with your check-in, please. Net control, standing by.
WRMH 246. Rome 313, out of Rome, this is Jay. Checking in. WROB 245, Atlanta 849. Pamela in Duluth checking in, and Ernest, Atlanta 848, checking in and out. Have a good net.
This is WRVR 303, Chattanooga 30, Jonathan checking in from Hickson. Mark me in and out. Thank you.
This is
589.
This is WRTI 560, Atlanta 589, Don in Kennesaw, check me in and out.
This is.
You broke it again?
Good evening, Net Control. This is Atlanta 532, WRNW 488, Tom in Flowery Branch. Check me in and check me out. I will be listening. I hope to hear a few words from Sterling tonight.
Chattanooga 206, John from Dandridge, WRYB 363, checking in.
WRXI 755, K-Scope 83. I will be checking in and out. Bill in Rockville, Tennessee.
I set it to manual, shouldn't I be able to turn it?
That's manual zoom.
There you go.
Is WRZB787 Code 35. Check me in. Heck, might as well check me out too. I'm feeling kind of funny tonight.
Okay.
Where's all the fire trucks?
I don't know.
68 check-ins so far.
It's the neighbor's dog that was doing all the barking.
Oh.
She was just barking.
Cujo back there?
Yeah. Just barking at the fact that Doogie was out. Once Doogie was in and out of sight, she settled down. Crazy dogs. All right.
Good long awkward pause.
Yeah.
I don't even know who she's talking to. Oh, yeah.
She is.
WRKG 711, cage code 70, name's Dwight in Tallahassee, Tennessee, in and out.
All right. We leave a nice long pause in at the end of the check-ins in case anybody's trying to check in using the Zello app. So I think we've got everybody that wanted to check in is in. We'll take one more round of check-ins at the end of the program. But for now, we're going to go to the top of the roster. I got to scroll to the top of the roster because there are way too many to fit in a reasonably sized window. What you got going on over there? You chasing butterflies?
Evicting unwanted guests.
Ah. All right. Well, Jeff, where are we going to start at this evening?
Do we have everybody acknowledged?
Oh, we didn't do that, did we? Let's acknowledge this last round of check-ins. We have Rome 313. Jason in Rome is in with us this evening. Atlanta 849. Pamela in Duluth is in with us this evening, as well as Atlanta 848. Ernest, also in Duluth, is in and out. Is he still burning leaves, I wonder?
A week later, yeah.
Yeah, probably. If he has anywhere near as many as we do. Chattanooga 30. Jonathan in Hickson is in and out. Atlanta 589. Don in Kennesaw is in and out. I wanted to hear more about how Don's training his fish. What all do trained fish do? Can they do they jump through hoops? Do they play basketball? I'd like to know more about. I've heard him talking about training his fish. I want to see some videos, Don. Next, we have Atlanta 532. Tom in Flowery Branch, in and out. We have Chattanooga 206. John in, where is that? Danbridge is in with us this evening. Cades Cove 83. Bill in Rockwood is in and out. Cades Cove 35. Stephen in Knoxville is in and out. And Cades Cove 70. Dwight in Tallahassee is in and out. Those are the check-ins we have at this time. I think at this time we're going to go to Cades Cove 80. Eric in Rockwood. Eric, do you have any New Year's goals for 2024 or any resolutions that you'd like to make publicly?
hopefully you can hear me okay. I am mobile, working. So, I don't normally do New Year's resolutions, only because I always break them. I never follow through with them, so it doesn't do me any good to make them if I'm not going to follow through. I do have one that I will probably break, and that's I'm going to try and quit smoking. Hopefully, December 31st, 2023 will be the last day I smoke cigarettes.
Well, hopefully that's one that you can hold on to, and that'll be, that'll be for your own benefit and your own health. And there's a lot to be said for that as a resolution or a goal for 2024. So December 31st of 2023 is going to be your last day. You have to put that coin in your pocket the next morning and keep it there, so that you can have a constant reminder of what your goal is for 2024. So good stuff. And that's a great idea, Eric. I'm glad to hear that you've got that plan. Eric, does Jenny have any comments for this evening?
The only comment I got, same one I always had. You guys are doing an awesome job. I appreciate the North Georgia GMRS Network. I'll be monitoring the elevation and it turns out to be right now. Kind of soft on the policy. But yeah, you guys are doing a great job. I'll be listening to Mexico's 81 and quit. I'll learn that answer. This is WRX 575.
All right, Eric. Obviously, you didn't hear, but I was asking if Jenny had any comments for this evening. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Cades Cove 82. Jenny in Rockwood is in and out. That'll bring us next to Atlanta 780, Houston in Austell. Houston, do you have any goals or resolutions for 2024?
Hey, good evening, Net Control. No, sir, I haven't made any resolutions in the last several years, but only one I may do is to put up a tower in the backyard sometime this next year, but it's going to have to warm up a little first. That's the only one I can think of.
Seems to me you've already got a tower in your backyard. You ought to just ask if you can hang an antenna on that one. But in any case, yeah, I think a tower might do a lot of good there. And have you tried the Dallas machine lately? I wonder if you can get into that one any better than what you've been doing. Give that a try and see if that's going to do you any good. There will be some improvements to that machine as time goes on, but it is back on the air, right?
In a temporary fashion, yes.
So that might give you some coverage. I don't know, but give that one a try, and hopefully we can find a way to get a tower up in your backyard. Good stuff, Houston. Glad that you're able to participate tonight, and thanks for your contribution. Next, we have Gainesville 285. Charlie Victor 2 times in Murrayville is in and out. Gainesville 286, Lynn in Murrayville, also in and out. And that brings us to BR 549, Uncle Mike from up around Cherry Log. Mike, do you have any goals for 2024 or any New Year's resolutions?
Oh Lord. I'm away from the TV and can't turn it down. Please forgive me. Yes, I do.
What was that screech?
It's feedback.
Feedback.
From Zello.
Echo.
I mean, from YouTube.
Y'all ride is real annoying, ain't it? Yeah, I actually have a couple of this year. And, my first ride is real annoying, ain't it? Oh, it came back on. Somebody count to Mississippi 17. I'll be right back.
All right, Uncle Mike. We're gonna count to Mississippi. I didn't hear how far you said. All I could hear was that obnoxious screech. But if you can get that dealt with, we'll give you just a moment here while I banter mindlessly and buy you some time.
I think it was Mississippi 17. We have to count to 17.
Yeah, I can talk longer than I can count, so I think we've pretty well got him covered. What do you think?
That's for sure.
All right, then. All right, let's see if Uncle Mike is ready and has disabled the feedback generator.
Don't normally set new goals. I just take it as they happen. This year I have a couple. I'm going to try to make it to June. That'll be my 77th trip around the sun. And suddenly I just crave riding this roller coaster a couple more loops. My second goal is to try, and that's try to repay in some way all the kindness and warm fuzzies I've been shown this past year. And it's a long list, but and it's mostly due to you fellers, all you fellers.
You fellers.
Been shown a lot of love this year, and I want the opportunity to try to return it. 77 or bust, or miss the opportunity to compliment somebody. That's pretty simple things to do, you know. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for allowing Sterling. I kept hoping Sterling would yell, Uncle Mike wants a cracker, Uncle Mike wants a cracker. But that didn't happen. Thanks again, guys. Great night. I'm going to get back to the TV, turn the radio down. Back to Ned.
Well, she doesn't know to call out for Uncle Mike, but I'm actually surprised that she didn't ask how you were, because usually as soon as there's a Teams meeting or somebody is on speakerphone, that is the first words out of her mouth. Hello, how are you? And she screams it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, well, very good. And Uncle Mike, we'll know next time that if it takes you a minute to respond, it's probably because you're turning down or off the live stream so that we don't have that feedback. So good stuff. Glad to have that in there. And I think that I think 77 is well, that's certainly doable. I think we should be looking more like 87. I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
So yeah. But in any case, you got to start somewhere, and 77 is a good start.
Yeah, Mike said he didn't want to set any goals, so why put a limit? Never mind a goal.
Well, right. So we'll get to 77, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. But good stuff, Uncle Mike from up around Cherry Log. Let's move on next to Atlanta 259, Dana in Dahlonega. Dana, do you have any goals or resolutions for the coming year?
Well, good evening, guys. The only thing I can say is I've already quit smoking more than a decade ago. I already changed my diet a year ago to eating more vegetables than I'd care to. So the only thing that I'm going to focus on is remaining humble, remaining kind, and my resolution will be to pay it forward wherever I can. And that's probably it. Back to you.
Good sentiments there, Dana, and paying it forward wherever you can. There's often opportunities for that we don't even realize. So whenever you see that and are able to execute, that's a good thing. It makes the world a better place, and makes our neighbors happier and friendlier, and just all around a great exercise. So good stuff. And yeah, I think. I think this coming year has a lot to offer in terms of opportunity and goals, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming. You have any, Jeff? Do you have any?
Well, I'm just wondering. I mean, for the past 2 or 3 years, Gary has always said it's going to be a slow year, but yet look at all the opportunities that have been presented to us. So I'm curious what 2024 is going to bring the network.
Well, I am too, and I've been surprised at a couple of things in this last year with North Georgia GMRS. In fact, I've been surprised with a couple of things in the last 2 weeks. I didn't know Toccoa was coming, but
here it is.
Here it is. That's right. So, these opportunities, sometimes just come out of the woodwork, and if it's the right opportunity and the right deal, then we can make that happen. So fortunately, we were in a position that we were able to capitalize on that quickly. And there's a lot that goes into play in turning up a new repeater. A lot of things that have to happen behind the scenes. For instance, you have to look at existing coverage, and not only from our network, but also other GMRS repeaters and repeater owners in the area. And you have to look at frequency pairs that are available, and overlapping coverages, and sometimes the tower may be a good deal, but it's just the wrong location, or maybe the tower that is at the right location is inaccessible to us because of money or because of ownership issues, or we just can't come to an agreement. So for something to come together this quickly is pretty phenomenal. Pretty excited about that opportunity. So welcome users from the Toccoa region and many of the existing North Georgia GMRS users who have better coverage because of that machine. So very good stuff. All right, Dana, with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to Dallas 20, David in southwest Paulding County. David, do you have any goals for 2024? I can't imagine that you do. I think that your goals have been met, but who knows? There's always more. David, what do you got?
Good evening, everyone. And yes, part of my goals have been met. I got moved into the new house, but I feel that the first quarter of next year I will unfortunately probably be unpacking boxes. I've got more stuff than I know what to do with. But got big plans for working on the house and trying to redo radios and all kind of good stuff. But the big focus for next year is just getting the house fixed up and spending more time with the family. Don't focus so much on work. Try to enjoy life instead of working through it.
Well, very good. Yes, and I imagine there will be boxes to unpack for quite a while. It was fun watching you and Lisa unpack that particular box last Saturday. So that was a lot of fun, and great looking display piece in the studio there in your new home. So very cool. Glad to have been able to be a part of that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to what comes in terms of improvements to your station, improvements to the repeater, and improvements to your studio. So there's lots of opportunity there, and it'll be exciting to see how all of that grows. And very good stuff. Well, thank you, David. And with that, we'll keep moving on. We have Dallas 21 Lisa in southwest Paulding County is in and out. Dallas 22 Seth, also southwest Paulding County, is in and out. And Dallas 23 Belinda, Southwest Paulding County is in and out. We hope to hear Dallas 23 on the air very soon. CW2, Stephen in Arnoldsville is in and out, as well as CW1, Eileen, also in Arnoldsville, in and out. Atlanta 420, William in Roswell is in and out. CW33, Tom in Bogart is in and out, and that brings us to McDonough 22. Tim in Stockbridge is in with us this evening. Tim, do you have any goals or resolutions for the coming year?
Well, good evening, gentlemen, and rest of the net there. I didn't know what the topic was going to be tonight. I might have took a pass, but life is so different from me right now than the last 40 or 50 years of my life, and so I haven't really thought that far ahead. I'm still kind of dealing with the things that have just happened recently and getting got till the end of the month to got a whole bunch of stuff taken care of. So haven't really planned ahead, but I plan to try and live life to its fullest and try to do some things I haven't been able to do for several years, especially the last couple of years, and visit some folks out of town that I haven't been able to visit, some relatives and stuff, like my son in Washington State and my sister in Florida. They were just up helping me this week, and just have gone back this morning. We had breakfast and they went back to Florida. So, but I hope to get down there and visit them for the first time ever. And I've got grandchildren that I've never seen in person, and I plan to be able to see them sometime this coming year. So, other than that, not a whole lot of plans. Mostly general stuff. But I'd say a word to my buddy Eric up there, Cates Cove 81, about quitting smoking. I quit, and the best thing I did. It's a tough thing to get through, and I wasn't able to just lay it down and do it cold turkey like he's planning on doing. So if that fails, don't give up, Eric. It took me 3 months, but I kicked the darn habit, and it's the best thing I ever did. And as you get older and those health problems start cropping up on you, that's one you don't need, my friend. That's one you don't need right there. So go ahead and get rid of them cancer sticks right now while you can. And good luck with that. We'll be praying for you. I'll throw it back to net control.
Well, Tim, that seems to be a common theme here this evening, is that 2024 is full of opportunity. And whether we have goals or resolutions, specifically, it seems that the path forward is full of opportunity to spend time with grandkids, to get out and venture to places we haven't been, and to kick the habit. You called them cancer sticks, but and that's a common reference. But there's a whole lot of ailments that can come from smoking cigarettes. So, Eric, I would echo Tim's sentiment and say, you know, if you can knock that habit, the health penalties that come with that can go away, and maybe you can experience better health as a result. So, very good stuff, Tim. Thanks for your comments, and yeah, look forward to seeing some of the opportunities that may come with 2024. Next on the list is Atlanta 253. Donald in Blairsville. Donald is usually in and out, but let's see if he's there tonight. Donald, do you have any goals or resolutions for 2024? All right, we're going to go ahead and move on and show Donald as in and out. He may have checked in and out, but there was a double during his check-in, so we may have missed that.
Speaking of missed that, we forgot an announcement in Catch Up with Kate.
All right.
The Jersey repeater.
Oh, the Jersey repeater. That's right. We did forget that announcement. What's going on with the Jersey repeater?
So we were having technical difficulties with the actual machine itself down at the Jersey site. So the whole cabinet has been removed and brought to the Heathkit radio shop in Noonan for an overhaul. So antenna and those kinds of things will remain the same, but everything that was in the shelter in that cabinet is going to be either upgraded or retuned. And I know he has plans of replacing the repeater itself, obviously, because that was having mechanical problems, as well as upgrading the linking hardware for that site.
Oh, very good.
So folks may hear that repeater off the air. I think Gary's hoping to have it back online within 2 weeks, but Christmas may impact that, and as well as supply chain problems.
Yeah, and there's a lot of components to change out in that cabinet. So the repeater itself is going to be replaced with a newer, more modern Kenwood repeater. I don't know if there's there's probably a PA on that.
On that particular machine, we didn't need one with how old that repeater was.
Yeah, but the new repeater will probably require a PA. So that'll be a new device that's added. Our entire fleet of repeaters are going to be updated with new linking hardware throughout the year. And so while the Jersey machine is down, we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of and replace those components and bring them up to our current specifications and our current standards. And what am I missing? Oh, the duplexer is going to get retuned, or at least tuned up to make sure that it is operating at its peak efficiency. So while it's in the shop, it's going to get all of the services that it might need. And when it goes back out to the field, it'll be as good or better than ever. So
Gary said that repeater has been on the air for 16 years straight.
With he was just telling us not that long ago that he hasn't even been out there to to do any service on it. It's just been running solid for all that time, and it was a 16-year-old machine when we acquired it.
So 32-year-old repeater.
Yeah. So
it put its time in.
It's served very, very well. To get 32 years out of a machine these days is that's incredible. So, yeah, that's exciting stuff about the Jersey repeater.
Let's break. I just wanted to make sure we brought that up for folks who didn't have Facebook. If Jersey was their only means of listening, they can't hear us, but maybe if somebody's out and about and starts asking about Jersey, they'll have a little bit of an explanation.
Well, yeah, and other folks can relay that information too as it comes around. So good stuff. Glad you remembered to share that. I plumb forgot. So good stuff. All right, next on the list is Chattanooga 84 Jim in Hickson. Jim, do you have? Oh, Jim is in and out.
In and out.
Gainesville 57. Richard in. He's from the Toccoa repeater.
Well, he's from Westminster, but he's
okay.
on the new Toccoa repeater.
Yeah, it was hard to read the strike through there, but Westminster. Glad to have you along, Richard. Chattanooga 19, Jack in Chattanooga is in and out. Chattanooga 110, James in Ringgold is in with us this evening. James, do you have any goals or resolutions for 2024?
Well, I've been sitting here listening to everyone and trying to decide what my major goals are, and I have to agree with Mike. Maybe just making it through another year is a worthwhile goal. Other than that, I'm just going to try to be a better human being, and maybe somebody will notice that I'm trying to be a better man.
Well, and we all have that opportunity, so that's a good goal to look at going forward. Self-improvement and just to serve the community and our neighbors, and just to do what we can to make make others smile and have a good day. So that's a great position to be in. And yeah, another year, another lap around the sun, another ring around the rosy, so to speak. So, yeah, we make that circle all the time, but we don't really think about the significance of it. And the more of them we have, the more significant they become. It seems like they come around a little faster, too. So, but in any case, good stuff. Thank you for your contribution tonight. Glad to have you along on the net. Next on my list is CW34, Aaron in Athens. Aaron, did you have any goals for 2024 or any New Year's resolutions you'd like to share?
Hi there. Yeah, I really appreciate you. Yeah, I just enjoy listening to the show, and it's like kind of like an old-time radio show. But anyways, yes, had a last couple of years, had a career change, and it's been really, really just life-changing, really. I just appreciate it so much, and kind of like want to echo what Dana said earlier about just paying it forward, and that resonated with me, and I'd like to do the same. Just looking for opportunities to pay it forward.
Yeah, and that's a great outlook on life, and when we can do those kind of things, I think that we can serve our community, and we can do things to just make people smile, and it's the little things that seem to matter, and we often forget about. So pay it forward. That's a great sentiment. CW35 Laura is also on our roster this evening. Laura, did you have any goals for 2024 or any New Year's resolutions?
This is CW35 again. Unfortunately, the night has gotten long for Laura, and she has turned in for the night.
Well, I don't blame her. This does tend to get to be a long show, and it's not for everyone. But we're glad that Laura was at least involved at the beginning, and we'll go ahead and show Laura as in and out. And we're just going to say thanks for tuning in tonight and participating. With that, we're going to go ahead and move on to Dallas 6-4. Josh in Dallas is in and out, as well as the next 10 or so. We have Atlanta 101. Jose, right here in Woodstock, is in and out. Atlanta 811. Victoria in Dawsonville is in and out. Atlanta 810. John in Dawsonville is in and out. Atlanta 810.5.
The
John,
legend.
The legend. John in Dawsonville is in and out. Cades Cove 81. Candace in Rockwood is in and out. Chattanooga 162. Larry in Chattanooga is in and out. Gainesville 76. John in Gainesville in and out. Atlanta 131. Jacob in Mascot is in and out.
Oh, that was Todd.
Todd?
You skipped Todd.
Oh, 131 Todd in
131 is
Ackworth.
Todd.
Yeah. Okay. Atlanta 131 Todd in Ackworth. It's probably 1402's fault. I just mentally skip.
Yeah.
But in any case, Todd, sorry about that. We've got you acknowledged here as in and out. And that'll bring us to Cades Cove 69. Jacob in Mascot is in and out. Gainesville 44. Joe in Cleveland is in and out. But Joe, I wanted to ask you, you folks are going to be having a gathering soon. I believe it's at Roosters. Joe, can you come on the air and tell us a little bit about when and where that gathering is going to be? How do I find Roosters?
Gainesville 44. Good evening, everybody. Roosters is going to be on the 20th, the third Wednesday this month instead of the last Wednesday. Network just for the holidays. And that's going to be about 11 o'clock. Roosters and Dahlonega is where we go. It's Long Branch Road. You go to the end of 400, barely cross over. The name changes into Long Branch. It's 98 Long Branch Road. We usually have a fairly good turnout, and all the normal summer hours, spring hours, some of the early fall, we use the back patio. We can talk amongst each other and not disturb anybody. But the last couple of meetings, we've actually been inside, and they accommodate us well. We have a really good turnout most of the time. Everybody's always welcome from any part of the network. That will take care of that. If you have any trouble finding it, there are two roosters. When you look them up online or whatnot, you will see the one for Dahlonega, and it is 98 Long Branch Road. Back to you, Net Control, and thank you for the acknowledgement.
All right, Joe. Well, thank you for filling us in on that gathering, December 20. That's a Wednesday, 11 o'clock, luncheon at Roosters in Dahlonega. You want to be sure you're going to the one in Dahlonega. End of 400, that turns into Long Branch, and the location is at 98 Long Branch Road. Once again, Joe, thank you for that information, and hope that you have a great turnout. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. I think I have to work that day. But I'd love to be able to catch up with you guys up there sometime. Next.
Hey, while we're talking about lunches, should we go back to Cades Cove 80 and find out about the one up in the Knoxville area?
Oh, that's right. He is trying to put one together. Eric, are you monitoring, and can you tell us about the lunch gathering that you're trying to put up?
Sir, going to try and start a luncheon in Knoxville. It's going to be located, I don't know the numeric address, but it's at Old Charlie's Restaurant on Parkside Drive in Farragut, Tennessee. You can also find it on Google Maps, Knoxville, Tennessee. It'll be January the 2nd at 12 noon. January 2nd at 12 noon. Old Charlie's Restaurant, Knoxville, Tennessee on Parkside Drive.
Well, there you have it.
All right.
Two lunch meetings back to back.
Yeah. That's one thing that that we all enjoy is food. I mean, it seems like we gathered this evening over a couple of pizzas.
Yes.
And, folks get together, you got to eat. Might as well enjoy it and enjoy the fellowship and the things that go with that. So, once again, another great opportunity. So, Knoxville area, folks that want to gather and hang out with like-minded radio folks, or even unlike-minded. It doesn't matter. Just come and enjoy a meal and some fellowship. And that's really what it's all about. This network is too big for us to have a single gathering and expect everybody to be there. And there's been a number of times that people have not been able to attend various events that we've held just because of distance, and I get that. So the solution here is create something in your area, and that's what Eric has done. Eric has traveled to just about every event that we've had, and my golly, he's put a lot of miles on and a lot of hours in travel to show up at all these events. So it's a great idea, and exactly what I hope that folks in the network will do is create your own event and gather with the people that are local to you, and have a good time with the radio folks that are around you. Build those relationships, get to know one another, and help each other out along the way. So good stuff, Eric. Glad to know that you're doing it. And that reminds me, McDonough 22 there used to be a breakfast gathering in Stockbridge, but I have not heard anything about that for a while. McDonough 22, Tim, if you're listening, can you tell me if that's still going on, or if it's not, is it going to come back?
Yeah, Justin, I'm here, McDonald 22. What happened was, of course, I wasn't able, due to my personal circumstances, for the last couple of months to make it, but everybody's schedule and the ham shows and the this, that, and the other thing were so taking everybody's time up during November and December. It was just kind of put on hold, but I talked to Bruce, 139, I think, or McDonough, I forgot his number. But anyway, I talked to Bruce, who kind of organized this thing, and we're going to send out a notice, and we're going to start back up in January there, Roger.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that is going to restart and happen again, because that again, it's one of those gatherings that covers the more southern portion of our network, and I believe it was Tim and Bruce started this gathering probably 2 years ago, something like that. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that all the gatherings that we were having at that time were up on the northern end of the network, and were tough for those guys to travel to. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. And Tim, if you'll get some information together and get it to Jeff or myself, or if you want to send that to the support at NGGMRS.org, we'll see if we can get that put together in one of Kate's catch up with Kate episodes, and make that information available to maybe a wider audience. And but good stuff. Thank you for that update, Tim. I'm glad to know that that event is still going on. Let's continue on with Atlanta 403. Bobby in White County is in and out. Atlanta 910, James, it's Jay in Calhoun is in and out. Atlanta 31, Ron in Ackworth is in and out. CW 43, Chad in Bowersville is in with us this evening. Chad, do you have any goals for 2024 or any New Year's resolutions? No Chad?
I wonder if we lost Chad.
Anybody seen Chad? Where's Chad?
Haven't seen him.
He should be in Bowersville. He washed out at the end of his transmission. He might have checked in and out, and we just didn't hear it.
It is possible.
All right. We're thinking that Chad may have checked in and out, and we missed that, so we're going to go ahead and show him that way in the log now and continue on with Atlanta 11. John in Canton is indeed in and out, and that'll bring us to our friend Scott. Atlanta 261, Scott in Holly Springs. Do you have any goals for 2024 or any ambitions or resolutions for the coming year?
Well, I really appreciate that, Net Control. Yeah, there's a couple goals and resolutions. I guess a resolution is get back on the air a little bit more and make a comment or two. And, of course, spend more time with family and friends. I definitely mean that. That's something else very important. Let's see, goals. Goal is to learn the Rain song on acoustic all the way through, sort of. Make it at least sound like I can do it. I want to take the missus on a trip this coming year, wherever she wants to go. So that's what we're going to do. I get my son-in-law on the air somehow over in Ackworth. That'll be good. And let's see. Oh, the other one. I guess you could say I want to hop in a vehicle and drive somewhere by myself. Just hop in and drive somewhere. That's the main one, I guess you could say. Thanks, Net Control. I really appreciate it.
Well, good stuff, Scott. And yeah, getting your son-in-law on the air. I hope that you're able to accomplish that. I look forward to being able to hear him come on the air and demonstrate communications other than everybody uses the cell phone, and we all know about that. But to be able to communicate from your place to Ackworth through the flagship repeater should be a piece of cake. And maybe if the elevations are right, you might even be able to do that simplex. That might be something to try on a Friday at 9 simplex challenge. But, excuse me, in any case, let me break. In any case, it'd be great to get your son-in-law on the air. The other thing I wanted to comment on was there's nothing quite like the freedom of jumping in a car and going for a drive. Whether you're going to run down to the store to pick up something to eat, or you're going to go get a new gadget or a new toy, or if you're just going to go for a drive for the joy of driving. Sometimes it's cool to get out and hit the road and drive up to Flagship, or to drive over to Fort Mountain, or to drive out to see any of our repeaters. The drive up is really great. The scenery, the nature, the mountainscape in either of those drives is a really good drive. So just to be able to jump in a car and go for a drive, that's something we take for granted. And when you lose that freedom, even temporarily, I can imagine being pent up and wanting to just get out there and do it on your own. So hopefully that happens for you in 2024. And if not, then we'll have to go pick you up and go on a road trip. All right. Well, thank you for that, Scott. With that, we're going to go ahead and move on. Next, we have WRZU, our guest check-in, Paul from Toccoa. Paul was in and out, but I'm going to go ahead and call out to Paul at this time and see if he's still there. And Paul, do you have any comments for the net? Do you have any goals for 2024 or any New Year's resolutions?
Roger. Good evening there, and I'm kind of a newbie to all of this, and this is my first time, well, maybe second or third time on the radio, I guess, today. I just got my license at 3 o'clock this morning. I think it finally dropped. But anyway, appreciate y'all calling the net and all the hard work and effort y'all put into this group and maintaining all this fine equipment. As far as New Year resolutions, I'm kind of like a lot of people, I guess. I really don't have one because it's, we're all human and we seem to have an urge to break them even though we set some. But I guess if I had to have one, it would be for more families to come together and to love each other and, to put more urgency on family, spending time together as a family and with our kids and grandkids and just getting back to the basics of life and making life more fun than what it like it used to be, as they say years ago. But appreciate you calling me, and appreciate it again for y'all calling the net tonight.
Well, congratulations on getting your GMRS license early this morning and being on the net in the same day. That's pretty cool stuff. So glad to have you along this evening, Paul. And family is kind of, it's something we try to focus on. We fall short a lot of times, but that is something that I find really important about North Georgia GMRS is that we try to engage family. And one opportunity that we have to engage family on this network is going to happen next week during this time. Instead of the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net, next Thursday evening, we're going to have an opportunity for the youth of North Georgia GMRS, our children and our grandchildren, to come on the air and have a conversation with Santa, one-on-one, live from the North Pole. You'll be able to look at the repeater map, the interactive repeater map, and see the North Pole repeater coming on as Santa speaks, and you can share the magic and the joy of Santa Claus with your child or your grandchildren on the North Georgia GMRS Network. An opportunity to share the magic of radio and the magic of Santa with the youth of North Georgia GMRS. So I hope that many of you listening now will make plans to have your children or your grandchildren around the radio with you next Thursday evening, December 21. That net will start at 7:30 p.m. So we look forward to a small turnout. I hope it ends up being a very large one. So as many members as we have, I'm very hopeful that we'll have a good turnout and a great conversation with Santa.
Well, we obviously cannot have any video because we can't see what magic is happening at the North Pole with cameras with Santa Claus, but we will be live streaming the audio. So you will see the live interactive map with Santa Claus light up at the North Pole, but there will be no video. So we do not want to give away Santa's secrets, but we will be live streaming audio only with the map and maybe some graphics for the Kids Net next week.
All right, and so that is an effort that is in development currently. That
literally as we speak,
we don't have a plan in place, and so Jeff came up with this idea. What, about 36 minutes ago?
Well, yeah, I got confirmation from John as well, so we're going to roll the dice and go for it.
All right. So plan on the live stream next week, but it won't be this live stream, although it will be this live stream. But plan on tuning in next week, and it'll be another way for you to share the magic of the visit with Santa with your children and grandchildren. You'll be able to go to YouTube and play it back for them at a later date.
So they can hear themselves talking to Santa.
And I think that would be very...
How cool is that?
Very cool.
Let's break.
All right. Well, thank you for all of that, Paul, and for that opportunity and that reminder to talk about the Santa Net next week, Thursday evening at 7:30, right here on this channel. It sounds like... never mind. Blue Ridge 67 is our next is our next participant on the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. Michael in Clayton. Michael, do you have any goals for 2024 or any resolutions you'd like to share on the network?
Might have lost Michael.
All right, we're going to go ahead and show Michael Blue Ridge 67 as in and out and continue on. We have a string of about 10 in and outs here. We have Atlanta 557. Ed in Kennesaw is in and out. Dallas 37. David in Bowdoin Junction is in and out. Chattanooga 95. Mike in Chattanooga is in and out. I'm guessing he's at work tonight. We have Atlanta 1402. Todd in Sugar City is in and out. We have Atlanta 1403. Krista in Sugar Hill is in and out. And Atlanta 1404. Jessica, also in Sugar Hill, also in and out. Next we have Chattanooga 60. Jason in Hickson, in and out. Gainesville 33. Matthew in Pickens is in and out. Actually, I believe that is Matt in Pickens. Gainesville 100. Randall in Buford is in and out. And Chattanooga 69. Ronnie in Las Vegas is in and out.
Real quick, I think we missed one. I think we've got Scott, Atlanta 1180.
Yeah, Scott, Atlanta. That's our next one.
Oh,
Atlanta 1180. Go ahead and ask Scott.
Scott, if you're listening, go ahead and let us know what you've got planned for New Year's. Your plans, goals, resolutions for 2024. You had him next. I must have had them out of order.
I was gonna go through all the in and outs that were in that group, and then jump back to Scott.
Oh, sorry.
Why are we not hearing that? What happened there?
It's not even keyed up. I hear it. I understand what you're saying, but computer says otherwise.
Did we?
All right, Scott, stand by for one moment while we take a look at
a small technical difficulty.
A small technical difficulty. How small is it? It seems like it might be a big one. Do we need our network engineer involved?
No, everything looks like it's a go.
See if he'll come back to us one more time.
All right, Scott, if you don't mind, we didn't hear any of that. We know that you were speaking, but we missed all of it. So Atlanta 1180, if you would come back with that, pretend that well, don't pretend because we didn't hear it. Repeat your last message, please.
Okay, Atlanta 1180. Before I go back into the spill, can you hear me now? Okay.
That was weird.
That was sure strange. We missed every bit of your prior transmission. None of it came in, but we could hear a radio in the distance. We couldn't make out what it was saying, but we knew that it was transmitting, that it was receiving you. But for whatever reason, we didn't receive any of that in here. So very strange, but we did hear your last. So if you would please come back with your prior.
Okay, just wanted to reach out and say, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a very prosperous next year. Everybody's healthy, and over on the radio bench on my side, I just got a new 60-foot Roan tower put up, and got everything going good. So I said, I hope I'm making a good transmission, and then you come back and told me you didn't hear nothing. So I don't know. Maybe it's not doing what I thought it was. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great Christmas.
Well, I'd like to give you the confidence and the assurance that your signal is outstanding. We had a glitch of some sort in here, and for whatever reason, that traffic wasn't picked up by the link, and we could hear it direct on flagship, but we could not hear it here in Vanguard. So, but your 60-foot tower is doing you a great service, and your signal is strong and clear into the repeater. So great stuff. And thanks for your wishes for a health and for a good year coming. So thank you for all of that. All right, with that, we're going to move on next to our next is Rome 313, Jay in Rome. Jay, do you have any comments for the net, any goals or resolutions for the coming year, 2024?
I would like to kind of echo Eric, Tim, and Dana. I do wish I would have quit smoking, but I hope, other than that, everybody has a wonderful, blessed, and happy holidays. And I really, like Dana, I really want to pay things forward for everything I can.
Where are we? I lost my spot.
That was Jay.
No, I know who it was, but I lost my spot in the log.
Number 60.
Well, good stuff, Jay, and I heard you even talking about paying it forward just earlier today with conversations about power supply, so I think we can all pay it forward in one way or another, whether it be equipment needs with radio stuff or, other items that we have that we can certainly live without that somebody may be in need of, so always something that we can pass along and let somebody else get some use out of. And if you're able and can, and it's something that you can be without to pass it on to somebody who maybe can't do that for themselves, I think that's all good things to do, especially this time of year. So Good stuff there, Jay. And did you have anything else for us? Now that the fan
Don't
shut off.
consider this a club or anything like that. I consider it a family. Everybody is trying to help everybody. That's what I think it's all about. And back to you, Net Control.
All right, Jason, good stuff. Next on our list was Atlanta 849, which would be Miss Pamela in Duluth. You checked in yourself and Ernest as well, and you said in and out, but you only said it once. So, Pamela, I'm going to give you a shot. I don't know if you're in and out as well, but I know Ernest is. But, Pamela, if you're there, go ahead. It's your turn, ma'am.
Well, thank you for that, guys. I am in. As far as I know, I think 848 is in and out, unless he decides to say something. But I want to echo, like everybody else, putting it forward and helping everybody that we can. But also, I want to be able to keep talking about the North Georgia GMRS and bringing in new members. And I do that when I'm out and about and try to have some cards to hand out to everybody and tell the good news of this wonderful family that we have found this last year. Also, talking about the groups that are getting together in the different areas. And I know Noonan's not going to have one this month, but I was wanted to invite them to join us and get together and join us up at the one in Delaware at Roosters. So think about that also, because we'd love to have some of those members up there to join us. We have a great time. It's a fun place to go to, laid back, relax, and they have some interesting artifacts hanging around that you should look at. Also, my resolution is to keep on losing the weight that will help me towards my knee surgery that hopefully will be next year coming up. But along those lines, our goal together actually for Ernest and I is to get the bathroom redone so that I can have the knee surgery. Another long-term goal after that would be getting our basement in order because it needs some help. Some work needs to be done down there. And let me break a moment. Just keep on going and stay healthy and keep taking them vitamins and eat as best as we can. And look forward to seeing everybody at the get-together in Dahlonega, and it's been a great net, and really appreciate all of it. Thank you. Back to you.
Go ahead. Oh, I can't use that one.
Well, good stuff, Pamela. And yeah, the gatherings in the various regions are... it's a great way to spend time and fellowship with each other, and thanks for the invite for the folks that, the McDonough group is going to wait until January and start up again. So, but yeah, all of these groups. I know the one up in Knoxville, Rocky would love to have anybody show up. If you happen to be in Knoxville on January 2nd. Find out about the gathering up there and attend. If you'll be in Chattanooga this weekend, go stop in at Champy's and hang out with the guys. So wherever you're at and whatever opportunities you have, definitely do that. And a friend of mine from high school just went through knee surgery, and she is about 10 days from surgery, and posted on Facebook today that she went to the store to pick up a few things and was walking around. She's been doing physical therapy, since she came home, and it's just amazing to me that in 10 days you can go from having a knee replaced with some kind of a steel ball and socket thing and be walking around. That's just amazing what they can do in medicine these days.
Last week, there was a lady at physical therapy. She was out of knee surgery 2 days, already in physical therapy.
That's incredible. So So hopefully you'll be able to attain that goal and have a successful surgery. I know that the success rate on that kind of procedure has gone way up, and it's been happening more and more. And hopefully you'll have a successful outcome from that as well. So hopefully that's encouraging to you. And yeah, it's a whole new year of pay it forward opportunities. So thank you for that, Pamela. With that, we're going to move on to Atlanta 848. Ernest in Duluth is in and out, as well as Chattanooga 30. Jonathan in Hickson is in and out. Atlanta 589. Don in Kennesaw is in and out. Atlanta 532. Tom in Flowery Branch is in and out. Chattanooga 206. John in Danbridge is in with us this evening. John, do you have any goals for 2024 or any New Year's resolutions?
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't know if it counts as a New Year's resolution. I started about a month ago. I'm trying to lose some weight, and then last year, or this current year, I guess, I've attempted to see or communicate on as many of the North Georgia GMRS towers as I can. I think I've got a little over half of them. I'm hoping to get the second half next year.
That's cool.
That's a great exercise, John. And Tim, Atlanta 123, kind of went through that same exercise when he was a brand new member. Traveled to areas throughout our network, trying to access various repeaters. And he kind of sort of mapped out what his coverages were for various repeaters. And so he has now a really, really good idea of what kind of coverage he has in various places. And so if he gets into a situation where he needs to be able to access a repeater, he knows based on where he's at what repeaters he can and what repeaters he can't access, or if a particular repeater is down, what his alternatives might be. So it's a great exercise, and it's a great way to collect a lot of really good information. And
well, like you said earlier too, I mean, just an excuse to go for a drive.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's also a valid point. Those destinations, and I can tell you for sure that some of those trips, some of those road trips to go see a repeater, are worth the drive. And not all of them. I mean, some places are just kind of, all right, well, it's just a shack on the side of the road. That's not impressive at all. But some of these locations in the mountains,
the views on the way to the shack on the side of the road.
That's right. Yeah. And, the trip to Flagship is always one that I look forward to, except at night. You can't see much at night. But during the daytime, that's a really neat drive.
Fort Mountain's a pretty neat drive, too.
It is. And we've seen bears at both.
Yep.
So if you're into, seeing the wildlife, there's plenty of that in the adventure as well. There's a lot of bird watching that happens at Flagship.
Well, you get the scenic pull-offs, too. I mean, it's not like you get to stop in the middle of the road. At both of those sites, there's places to pull off and enjoy the sights, maybe pack a picnic lunch or whatever. And
within walking distance of Fort Mountain, there's a little scenic view area that it's kind of overgrown, so you don't see it as well. Maybe now that the leaves are off some of the trees, you'll have a good view. But it looks right over the city of Chatsworth. And it reminds me of those movie scenes where, the two kids are making out in a car on a mountain ridge, and you can view over the front of the car. You've got the whole cityscape ahead of you, down below the mountain. And that position at Chatsworth kind of reminds me of that. It's right across from the, what is the name of that? The Overlook Inn.
That's right.
Wasn't that's from The Shining, right?
I don't know.
All right. Jeff says we got a break. Have at it, you guys.
Did you have anything else for us, John?
Just did, and I wish you all Merry Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for putting on this net and keeping up this network. We appreciate all of y'all.
Well, Mike, you got a bunch of in and outs. What do we got left?
We've got looks like six or so in and outs. We'll start with Cades Cove 83. Bill in Rockwood is in and out tonight. Cades Cove 35. Stephen in Knoxville in and out tonight. Cades Cove 70. Dwight in Tallahassee, not Tallahassee. In and out.
No H.
No H. In and out tonight. And then we had Atlanta 236. Chuck in Dawsonville in and out.
Talk into the mic. Mike.
Mike and the mic. Can Mike use a mic? How do I sound?
That's better.
All right. That brings us to Ocala 20. Mike in Ocala. That's a lot of mics back to back.
Yeah.
Mike. And Mike.
It reminds me of that Camel commercial.
Mike. Ask me how many times I heard that joke when that commercial came out. And then we had...
This is a very important one. A very costly one for Justin down there at the end of the table.
This one's going to cost Justin. So
Yes.
Toccoa 30, Bruce in, I believe, Anderson, South Carolina. Our 1,000th member.
That's
in and out tonight.
That's your steak dinner.
It is.
You have him to blame.
Well, you know,
thank you, Bruce.
It may be an expensive member, but it's a celebration well worth the expense. So I'm looking forward to sitting down with Gary and Diana and Julie and anybody else that's showing up's buying their own dinner. But Jeff, you going to come join us for a steak dinner?
I don't mind. I just won't eat the steak.
All right.
But I can usually find something.
So
anywhere.
here's how this plays. We'll all gather for a steak dinner. Jeff will order a steak, and I'll have Gary eat it. Then I'm off the hook.
What? I don't think that's how that works.
No, that's good. It's good. Trust me, it'll work. All right, then.
I see this as a scam.
Oh, you can see whatever you want to see, but I think it's just fellowship. It's just gathering of good friends and celebrating our 1,000th member, which would be Toccoa 30, Bruce, in Anderson, South Carolina. So congratulations. Welcome. Glad to have you as part of the North Georgia GMRS Network. So no matter how these folks are trying to frame this, I'm very happy to be in a situation where I owe Gary a steak, especially since Jeff's going to buy it.
Well, the funny part is he's in the live stream also, so he can see the smirk on your face, so he knows you're being sarcastic. That's the best part about all of this.
Yeah.
Let's break.
All right, we've got a handful of YouTube check-ins. Go ahead and tell us who that is, Mike.
Well, the first one very early on in the live stream was Dalton Graham. Dalton, if you're still on the live stream, we've got you in the log. Next was Gary Davis, Atlanta 519 from Marietta. Gary, we've got you in and out. And then last was Blue Ridge 64, Melissa from Blue Ridge. If you're listening, we've got you in and out. And then, yes, Bruce was in the log as well.
Is Melissa a chicken or a chicken?
She's a check-in with the chickens.
Oh, okay.
Checking in with the chickens.
Oh, very good. Very good. All right.
Hopefully she got the chickens put away.
You should see his hen house. It's like the Taj Mahal for chickens. I think the chickens live better than some of the hotels I've been to.
We put some time and effort into that. It's the Chicken Mahal, yeah.
Yeah, the Chicken Mahal.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, maybe one day we'll have chickens, but I don't know. As long as there's coyotes on the prowl in the area, it seems pointless to. I'm just not interested in feeding the coyotes.
Yeah.
The coyotes would have to go somewhere to get into his hen house.
Yeah, see, and I want the birds to be running around. I want them to be out in the yard.
Yes.
Chickens are very conspiratorial, and I love to watch them plot to take over the world.
They're a blast to watch. That's my favorite part.
What do we?
Well, I believe that's all the check-ins we have.
So we got to take one more round of late check-ins?
How many?
One more?
Just one.
Just one.
All right. So that would be Zello check-ins, flagship check-ins, or check-ins from any repeater anywhere.
Slow down, one at a time, because we're only taking one round of last check-ins. Net control, standing by.
WA965, Atlanta 964, Richard in Duluth.
Columbus 40. Got WQZF 998, John in Phoenix City, in and out.
This is WR X5 yeah, 179. Brett, check me in and out.
Oh boy. That's not allowed. You cannot get that on tape.
Well, since we're making noise, it's time to acknowledge. Well, let's give it an awkward pause, and then we'll acknowledge these check-ins. Did I think 964? Did we not already call on him?
No, he was a late check-in. We didn't call on him yet.
I can look and see if we had him anywhere else. Nope.
Nope.
This is only
Okay.
He's in the live stream as well. It says he lost us on RF 964.
No, right?
He probably thinks we didn't come back yet.
All right, go ahead and acknowledge this.
RKJ 1, Atlanta 388, mobile, checking in and out.
I couldn't get that.
That was a flagship station. All right, very last check-in from the flagship machine. You were covered up in noise and just barely audible. We were not able to pull you out of that noise. We will give you one more chance and try that again, and maybe you're in a better spot. And then I'm going to go down the list of late check-ins and acknowledge what I have.
WQYT 774, Atlanta 95.
Did I hear chat 74?
It was Atlanta something.
I think it was Atlanta. 74, that's Ted.
Try it one more time. We heard Atlanta 9, and then we lost you. Speak nice and loud into the microphone.
Okay, let me try one last time. WQYT 774, Atlanta 95.
Got him.
All right, understood. We had you that time. Atlanta 9-5, which would be Kenneth in Jasper. We got you that time.
What a world of difference that made.
Yeah, that last transmission was night and day.
That extra little bit of modulation goes a long way sometimes on a marginal signal. So that's impressive how that can be made to work. Go ahead and acknowledge what we have here, Jeff.
All right, so let me just get my bearings here. I have Atlanta 964. Richard in Duluth is in with us tonight. I have Columbus 40. John in Phoenix City, Alabama is in and out. I have Chattanooga 179. Brett in Chattanooga also in and out. Atlanta 388. Chris in Athens is in and out. Then we had Atlanta 95. Kenneth in Jasper. Excuse me. Kenneth, I don't know if you're in and out, but we'll give you the opportunity after Richard. Atlanta 964. Go ahead, sir. What are your New Year's resolutions or plans for the New Year holiday?
Well, I've only got a couple. My first is to finally get my extra ham radio. I learned CW first and decided that was my priority, but now just kind of a personal goal to get my extra. And also want to get my ZS6 DKW antenna up, as well as find a 3-element beam to point up toward flagship so I can pick everybody up a little better. Back to you, Net, Atlanta 964.
Well, surprisingly, Richard was the first one with radio-related New Year's goals. I actually was expecting to hear more of them, but it sounds like Richard's got some work to do ahead of him for the new year. Get up his antenna and get his extra behind him. All good things to get done. Hopefully, when it gets a little bit warmer, antenna work and tower work this time of year is getting to be too chilly.
As cool as the weather has been, you have to figure the breeze and just getting into or above the tree line. It's a different atmosphere. And,
that's right.
It definitely for the rugged only. Us softies can't be up there.
Good stuff there, Richard. Glad we got you in the log, and thanks for checking in tonight. So then we had, you got me all mixed up with.
Just right after him.
Yeah, I know, but you got your
the
live
YouTube
stream mixed in. After Richard was Columbus 40, John was in and out. Chattanooga 179, Brett and Chattanooga also in and out.
See those little check boxes on the right?
Yeah,
will show
I know.
You where you need to go. Yeah.
Atlanta 388, Chris in Athens, also in and out, which brings us back to Atlanta 95, Kenneth and Jasper. Kenneth, did you have anything for us this evening? And hopefully you can get as good a strong signal as that last check-in attempt you took.
I was trying to be in and out.
Well, Kenneth, you started off almost as strong as you were, saying you were trying to be in and out, and then you faded away. I don't know if you're on a handheld or if you're mobile, but standing still is the name of the game with a handheld, unfortunately. I'll give you one more chance to go ahead and try that again. I know you didn't really intend to be called on, but we got you, so your turn.
Well, you're putting them on the spot.
Yep. All right, Kenneth. We'll hope to hear you back. Well, not next week. Next week, Santa Claus.
Next week is the Santa Claus Net right here on this same channel at 7:30 p.m. So gather around your children and your grandchildren. All you need is a valid GMRS license. You do not need a TAC number. You do not need a membership. You do not need to be, organized in any way. If you've got a valid FCC call sign that covers your children or your grandchildren, then we'd love to hear them on the air. If your kids are too little to be able to articulate their message to Santa, it's okay if you coach them and help them, tell them what to say on the air. Hold the microphone for them, operate the radio on their behalf. All of those things are things that we anticipate and expect in some of those circumstances. If your kids are old enough to operate the radio on their own, it's okay if they don't know what to say. It's okay if they get it wrong, if they goof it up. We know that the adults will come back and correct call signs, and that's really about all that's necessary. We hope that the adults will be available to. Sometimes children are hard to understand, and so if you can come back and kind of translate for Santa, if he doesn't quite get what your child says, but Santa is ready and scheduled for us. So this will be our one opportunity to have our children participate with Santa Claus from the North Pole on the North Georgia GMRS Network. And we hope to hear many of the North Georgia GMRS youth on the air next Thursday, December 21st, 7:30 p.m. Jeff, we didn't talk about any goals or New Year's resolutions for Mike. So, Mike, Blue Ridge 63, what do you hope to accomplish in the coming year?
Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks for participating.
I
Moving right
haven't
along.
even thought about it. How about you, Jeff? Atlanta 750, what do you have planned?
I'd like to continue with my physical therapy and hopefully get back on my feet in short order. I hope that doesn't be a long-term New Year's goal, but hopefully short-term just after the New Year, and see where this journey of life we call brings me after that.
Yep.
Well, very good. Well, in this coming new year, I kind of hope that Jeff continues on with his physical therapy and gets back on his feet and can come over here and spend evenings and weekends building Studio B. I'll be there too to help, but
Well, Studio B is a good goal, even if I don't end up banging nails, but having Studio B on the air by this time next year would be a great goal for 2024.
Well, I think that's something that's possible, but there's one thing we need.
And that's the break. Go ahead. Try that again. There's one thing we need what?
Oh, I'm all done.
Oh, that's all you needed?
That's all I needed.
Did you have anything, Mike? Are we ready to close it out?
Well, got a couple different goals, but I think the main one for us for the year is to try to make some progress on our property. We got this place about a year and a half ago and have been working on, as you mentioned, the chickens. We got the coop done, but we've got a lot more work to do in brush clearing and garden and solar panels and all that good stuff. So
the garden, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be working on. Hard at work.
Y'all get too much work. Maybe my physical therapy won't be over in a couple of weeks.
No,
wink, wink.
We need you to be better so you can help.
Yeah, you keep at that physical therapy, and then the real physical therapy starts out here.
This sounds like all selfish goals on y'all's part.
Well, that may very well be
in a garden.
All right. Well, I think that wraps us up. Oh, you want me to look at the script and do that part?
Yeah, that's your part.
77 tonight.
All right, so this will conclude the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. Tonight we had a total of 77 chickens, including myself and these guys to my right. Net Control will now be returning the repeaters back to normal use. Everyone who signed in should sign out. And I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for allowing us to serve as your Net Control this evening. Good night, everyone. This is Atlanta 946 WQYR 514. My name is Justin.
I am WRW M344 Blue Ridge 63. My name is Mike.
And I am Atlanta 750 WRMR 367. And this is our last sign-off of the year, is it not?
Well, I mean, for this year, but we've got all kinds of opportunity in 2024 because we are North Georgia GMRS Network.
And we are clear. Good night, everybody.
Good night.